Hi, you're watching Charterhouse TV. Following the release of the second generation, we're going to take a closer look at the EcoTech Vectra return pumps.
So as some of you already know, EcoTech are one of the leading producers of equipment for marine aquariums, and they've had these pumps out for quite some time now, the Vectra range of pumps. But they've slowly been ironing out all of the issues and problems with them, and they've come out with the second generation.
Yeah, so the pump on the face of it looks pretty much like the first generation. There are some subtle changes on the outside, but the main improvements are inside the pump, and we'll look at those in a little more detail in just a minute. There's still the same three pump sizes, so you used to have the S1 and the M1, for example. Now you've got the S2, which is a smaller pump, the M2 and the L2. Now, to give you an idea of power outputs, the S2 will produce around 5,500 litres per hour, the M2 7.5 and the L2 11.5. So there's pretty much a pump for most systems out there.
So as with the first generation of pumps, these pumps come with everything you're going to need straight out of the box. You get the pump itself, as well as the quiet drive controller, which ensures that the pump runs as quietly as possible. One of the quietest pumps there is on the market. Also with the controller, you do get a driver mount, so you can mount it within your cabinet. And one of the good things with these pumps, you get a really long power cable that connects to your included PSU. But the one thing looking at the pump that you're going to notice from the first generation that is different is the couplings. They've improved these, and also what they've done is they've included the slip, so it's easier to plumb in.
Yep, so although they've improved how easy they are to use, the connection points on those slips are still the Imperial American sizes. So if you're going to run them on like a traditional UK metric pipework system, you're going to need something like this, which is a converter from Imperial to metric. We sell these online, so as always we'll put a link down in the description below. EcoTech do produce what they call a slip fit adapter, which replaces these blue sections. Again, we'll put a link down in the description below, but there's going to be some changes you need to make if you want to run it on traditional pipework. In terms of plumbing, you can run this as a standard return pump where it just sits and feeds from the water column in your sump and then connects to your pipework on the outlet. But the pumps can be used externally as well, so they can be run on like a closed loop system. And that's where the controller comes into its own, really. If you're running it on a closed loop system, you can use some of the like Reef Crest, Lagoon or Gyre modes that you would normally associate with something like the Vortec power heads, and you can use that as part of your circulation system. The controller also allows you to calibrate the pump, so you can tell the pump a minimum and a maximum settings that you want it to run at. That means your system runs perfectly. And also if you're using that with some of the wireless features the pump has, it can tell you if that flow rate changes or the pump has a problem.
As Ryan said, all of these pumps are wireless compatible, so all of these you can use via a Reef Link, and that just opens up all of the connectivity and the options on there. But saying that, these are you can use these without any Reef Link. You can use them as standalone units, you don't need to do that. But when you do use them wirelessly, use it through the EcoSmart Live.
So I know what you're thinking, what's actually different between the first generation and these new pumps? And as we mentioned before, most of the improvements are inside. The biggest change is to the thermal management system. That's been completely redesigned, and there's now extra channels inside that ensure the pump runs as cool as possible. That means that not only do you get your pump lasting a very long time, but you also ensure that you get maximum performance and flow rate out of the pump at the same time. The other big change is the Baseplate that's also been completely redesigned, and that alongside the quiet drive controller we mentioned earlier ensures that not only do you get a long-lasting reliable pump, but also one that is quiet throughout its whole life.
And if you're in the market for a new return pump, or you just want to upgrade your existing one, this could be the pump for you. The EcoTech Vectra range of pumps are renowned for their build quality as well as the wireless connectivity, and what that means is that you're really going to future-proof your system.
Yep, as always, if you've enjoyed the video or you want any more information, then feel free to get in touch. Give us a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss out on any future videos. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again on the next one.
See ya.